we have taken on the wonderful tradition of offering a psalm each morning since before the election, when there was all this anxiety. Things certainly have changed through our offering of these psalms to heal the body and the soul of our nation. We are up to Psalm 97 today, so we've been doing this for quite a while. And, each day we keep going. Tonight is, while I'm waiting for Jim, I can talk a little bit. Tonight is the full moon of Shvat, Tu B'Shvat, one of the 4 New Years of the Jewish year. And it's cloudy here in St. Louis, and we probably will not see the full moon tonight, but she will still be there. And this psalm addresses that. In the second verse, it talks about how there are clouds. There may still be clouds, but just like Tu B'Shvat teaches us that we cannot see that this is the awakening of the sap in the celestial tree of life. The sap in the actual trees begins to stir on Tu B'Shvat, and it's our job to help awaken that, so that in the spring we begin to see the fruits of those trees and the fruits of our labor. So this is I think really an amazing metaphor. This psalm is, and Tu B'Shvat is, and the clouds are, and the lightning bolt that we'll read about in a moment, and or Zeruah, Litzadik, the Zeruah. Remember Zeruah?
Zeruah.
The strength of the light that righteousness will sow. Because if the Psalms are teaching us anything, it is that there is a moral path. There is a righteous path. There is a path of justice. This is what godliness is, to hold on to.
Justice and mercy.
Justice and mercy with kindness. So it's become a custom to offer a Mishaberach, a healing prayer. Kindness. A Mishaberach, a healing prayer for all of those who we know are suffering. I'm going to put the microphone a little closer. And a healing prayer for those who are struggling with COVID. We feel really blessed that yesterday we got our first vaccination in this state that is the last state in the nation on the list of being able to receive vaccinations. We're not quite sure how we did that, but we got in a line and we got our vaccinations yesterday for the first round, and I'll tell you, I cried. I was grateful, but I also felt the inequity, the suffering. So let's do a Mishaberach for Sam, for Rabbi Ellen, for Louis to continue to heal, and all of those people who have had COVID to continue to heal, for my dear friend Corinne and her baby Mendel. Our Mishaberach, a healing prayer for all of you who could use a little help from the angels and the ancestors to heal.
For the healing of the spirit, healing of the body. I was talking to Maimonides this morning.
Good. I'm so glad.
Healing of the body.
Maimonides keeps visiting. We need him now,
He was talking about the soul and the body.
Yeah, well, he
and the
understood
unity
that.
of the soul and the body.
In this life.
For the healing of the soul and the healing of the body. And he says you need to have a source within that you can depend on, that you can communicate with. He called it soul. For the healing of the spirit and the healing of the body, for those we know, for those we don't know. On my right, the angel Michael. On my left, the angel Gabriel. In front of me, the angel Uriel. Behind me, Raphael. Above my head, above my head, above my head, above my head. Shekhinah. You know what his nickname was?
Maimonides?
Yeah.
What?
He told me this morning.
What
The
was
Great
it?
Eagle.
Eagle?
Yeah.
Why?
He said because I'm one fly dude.
Yeah. Eagles are unusual, you know. They don't hold their young like this. They put their young on their back because if the arrows come,
Well, then
they
he started
protect
to
their
talk
young.
about that, how he was criticized for being too much up here, you know. He says, but that inspired a lot of in here because people responded with more practices.
Yeah, because there are, there are smart ways to do things. There are strategies that we have to take that sometimes aren't always obvious because of the clouds, right? The clouds,
On my right,
darkness.
the angel Michael. On my left, the angel Gabriel. In front of me, the angel Uriel. Behind me, the angel Raphael. God is my healer. And above my head, Shekhinah, my inspiration.
Yeah.
My communicant. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim, blessed are you, great healer. Amen.
Yeah. Amen. And a prayer for learning, because that teaches us that learning can help us know how to respond in holy ways to the challenges before us, even when they're clouded over, even when we're waiting for the light.
Remember that song, Body and Soul? I'm all for you, body and soul.
What song is that?
Old song.
Yeah.
Standard, I think Harold Arlen.
No, but
He
it
was
sounds
singing.
like a good
He
one.
was singing that song.
Maimonides? Oh my God.
I'm all
The
for
eagle.
you, body and soul, the great eagle. Garevna Adonai Eloheinu et divrei torecha b'finu u'b'fi amcha beit Yisrael.
Forgot to check this.
V'nihiyeh anachnu v'tze'etzaenu. Make the words of your teaching pleasant on our lips, the lips of all of those that come into our screens. Kulano lomde shemecha v'lomde toratecha lishma. All of us learning this way for its own sake and for its implications in our lives. Baruch atah Adonai melamed Torah le'amu Yisrael. Blessed are you who teaches to your people in this fashion.
Just have to deal with it.
You just have to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. We'll just have to deal with it. I don't know how it works. I don't know.
We'll have to get somebody to help us. It's on the CRC thing.
Yeah. Okay. So
That's all. We just have to be.
so we have Psalm
we have to be
97.
happy.
And as I said, this is a psalm. It's a perfect psalm as we approach Tu B'Shvat, the full moon of Shvat tonight, the new year of the trees. For it speaks about the clouds and the hidden that we know is there and will be revealed. It may take a lightning bolt, right? But light will be, and righteousness and justice will be revealed. We just have to stay on this path. So here we go. This is a psalm that continues these psalms that we've been in book 4 of they're kind of praise, they're kind of understanding that we will have a Shabbat that never ends eventually, but and that there will be a bright future for the righteous, not just for human beings, but for all the earth, right? And the heavens and the earth will come a little closer together. So it begins, Adonai, it begins with the word Yod He Vav He, breath. You know, the everything, the Hakol, right? It doesn't begin with a Mizmor Shir LeDavid. It's almost like it is continuing, but it does speak about rejoicing. So once there is this constant of moral courage, of moral justice, of morality, then the earth will exalt, and all of the, even the separate islands will rejoice, right? Clouds now, clouds and dense darkness surround this godliness, right? We have a lot to do to let it shine forth. But justice and lawful order, justice and righteousness, right? Tzedek umishpat, justice and these laws, these rules that keep us on the path.
And something else.
Kindness.
Justice.
But these are the foundations of what will bring us back into the light, right?
Sit down into
because verse 3,
have
Aish, a fire goes before
Today,
and burns round,
all around, flaming
around the adversaries. So you know they make their own trouble. They burn themselves up.
First there's a fire.
They sabotage themselves, right? There are consequences for their actions, right? And then verse 4,
lightning.
but once the bolts of lightning light up the world of humankind, right? Wow, don't you love that? The lightning will light up the world, and the earth will see it and see the mess. We will see what we have done. We've got to be able to together look at the consequences of but where we've been complicit, right? The earth has gained insight and gone into travail. We have trembled. Oh my God, we've seen what we've done to the earth, the rape of the earth, the stripping of the earth, what we've done to each other, what we've done to cause poverty and inequality around the world, where we have been complicit.
And the mountains melted.
But then, when they will melt like wax before the countenance of God, before the countenance of the Master of the earth, then the heavens will have declared, right, tzedek, justice, and all the nations will see.
They'll have to speak it.
Cut right to the chase here.
The heavens speak righteousness.
Yeah. Right, the heavens will proclaim.
And
glory.
All the people will see the glory. The glory of God. We will see the glory of morality, of moral justice. But those who worship images, the idols, that stay attached to the stuff. Stay attached to the stuff, you're going to be shamed. Shamed.
Not by anyone else, but you'll shame yourself, right?
Yeah, you do yourself in.
Yep. Those who exalt themselves through worthless things.
All those partial gods go down before
Yeah.
the real.
So when we're attached to the stuff, right? When
So
we think the
listen.
stuff is more important than the people, than the relationships, than saving the earth, we're going to be in trouble.
Listen and be
Verse
glad.
8.
Tegil na benot.
Right.
Listen,
And
daughters.
here it is.
Oh, you fine daughters. Be glad. Lama'an
Zion has heard it and is
mishpatecha.
glad. The daughters of Judah will
Because
rejoice.
You understand the good judgments.
Right? Because of the judgments, the consequences, how it works. Right? And then verse 9, that you are the... Because you're
the real thing.
You're the real deal, right? Over all the stuff, over all the other imaginings of what is most important, it's justice and mercy and
Don't
kindness.
let the world sell you a partial story.
So those of you who love this and hate evil, you preserve...
Protect your souls. Remember, the psalmist is always concerned about our souls.
Yeah, right.
The corrupting in our souls that happens. We have to cleanse the souls, and part of the practice of the cleansing is learning. Maimonides. That's what he was talking about.
That's it. I think so. The eagle. Right.
So
Protect your soul. What do you need to do today to protect your soul? Because it's your soul. It's your soul. It's our souls that will deliver us out of the hands of the evil, right? Listening to the song of our souls. And here is the song of the soul. Or Zerua Litzadik. Right? Yishrelev Simcha.
This is psalmist language, the stout, the straight-hearted.
Yishrelev. Right. The straight of heart, right?
So the light, Zarua, the light's planted like it's like planted for the righteous. That means it delivers, not only now but in the future.
Yeah.
It's planted away.
Love it.
It grows.
Love this song. Love this verse. Verse 11. It's a good one for today and a good one as we enter into Tu B'Shvat tonight.
Be grateful.
Right? The light is there even when we can't see it. Verse 12. So be glad. Right? Simchu. Be glad, you righteous ones. Be glad in godliness, right? And gratefully render homage.
Amen.
To holiness.
Very good.
Remember. Those of you who remember where we've gone wrong, what we've done right, and learn from that path, we will sow righteous for the future.
Take a breath. Lightning lit up the world. Above all, God, the earth. Rejoicing islands in their separateness. Happy too. Clouds and darkness also. All around, justice and law. Foundations.
Yes.
Sit down. A fire first, around adversaries burning. Lightning lit up the world. The earth saw it and trembled. Mountains melted like wax before God, master of all the earth. Speak justice, heaven, all the nations see your glory. Lovers of idols, put them away. All the gods go down before real.
Yes.
Listen, be glad, O daughters of Judah, your judgments that you laid out high over all the earth, above all lesser gods, lovers of God, disdain, partial. Protect the souls of the pious, saved from the hands of the crooked. Lights planted for the righteous, joy for the straight ahead hearts.
Yes.
Righteous, be glad, be grateful for holy memory. January 27th,
Yeah, already.
2021.
Amazing.
Telim on the ceiling. Bless our president and vice president and all their holy retinue.
Amen. Or tzaddik, right? Or Zeruah letzaddik, uli yishrei lev simcha. I hope we can take this phrase literally, as Rashi says, to know that light is there even when we can't see it, ready to be dispersed for the righteous who are working so hard for the repair of the world. This is both, I think, as you said, a psalm that is universal in nature, but also very personal. So let it be a day of lift. A day where if the lightning bolts come, we pay attention and watch what they illuminate within and without. So thanks for joining us, and we wish you a happy Tu B'Shvat tonight. And we'll see you again tomorrow. We hope it's a day of lift, a day of light even if we can't see it, a day of love, a day of lift. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.